Good morning everyone. It's Christmas Eve morning and just going to try and get a few last little bits and pieces done before feeding the cattle this evening. I'm just after hosing down the grab. That's it all connected up. I have to cut out a few blocks of silage. But in washing it down, I've washed all the old grease off and just going to re-grease the grab. I don't think I actually showed this on YouTube. I might have put a picture of it up on Instagram or Snapchat or something like that. But this is the Milwaukee grease gun, battery powered. Purchased this in the USA when we were over earlier this year. Had intended to purchase one when I went over. I was going to actually buy the DeWalt one, but ended up buying the Milwaukee one because just a few little features on it that I liked. There's two different settings here where you can control the flow of grease. So you have setting 1 and setting 2. Obviously setting 2 is more grease. You can also control the number of pumps here by adjusting this dial. So 1 pump of grease, 2 pumps. You know, once you pull the trigger, it just lets 2 pumps in, right up to, I think it's up to 12, is it? Oh no, it's actually up to 50. Or there's completely on, which is once you pull the trigger, it just keeps pumping until it pumps all the grease out. Usually set around 4 or 5, and you can control it well enough that way. There's also a little LED light here on the front of it. And another reason why I purchased this over the DeWalt was it puts out more PSI pressure when pumping grease. So I liked it. I liked the look of it, I liked the feel of it. So went over going to buy the DeWalt and ended up coming back with the Milwaukee. But it is very useful tool, so it is. Only really got it coming near the end of the I see it pumping out there. Only really got it coming near the end of the season, whereas, you know, like when we'd be using machinery and stuff, so didn't get to use it that awfully much. I've used it a few times greasing around the front of the telly porto, and obviously then now for the likes of this here. So we're coming out the side there, but it does take a little bit of the work out of it. I would like to get, see the way it's pulsing there, and it can, if there's a little bit of wear on the grease nipple, it can let a bit of grease out around here. I'd like to get one of the grease coming out. One of the clamp-ons, I can't think of the name of them, I've seen them online, where the clamp on to the grease nipple or grease arc, and it stays on, and you've virtually no grease then can get out past it. So that's something I will have to purchase or look into purchasing. Also the wire here on this can leave it a little bit hard. If you're trying to grease in around a PTO shaft, it can leave it a little bit difficult to do in around. So well, there's grease coming out on both sides, that's enough. So I did grease around the teleporter about a week ago, so I don't need to do it at this moment in time. Only grease around it maybe about twice a month, and that's usually sufficient. But yeah, that's that. It'll keep it right for another while. There's a couple of wee excess bits of grease there. We'll just rub them off in there on where it moves, and I can take it. So that's all right. I'm going to take a little bit of footage now, just cutting out the silage. So finished cutting out the silage. I've cut enough blocks out now to do a couple of days anyway. The shear grab that we have, I never said earlier on, it's a wood shear grab. We have it since 2007. The only thing we've ever had to do to it is replace some of the tines. That's really about it. They will crack, especially if it's frosty. If you go in there and try to cut out a decent sized block, you'll hear one snap, and you'll find it either in the diet feeder or in the silage pit. You'll find it somewhere anyway. But very good grab, built very strong. Hear different reports about different shear grabs, and you put them in the silage pit and they won't cut. And, definitely not the case with these here. I've never had a sharp on it, still sharp as a lance there to touch it. But very good. I'd have to say that the woods make good stuff. Yeah, silage overall is very good. The top of this has been stripped now for a few weeks, so you can see it's just starting to go that little bit brighter yellow. It's in the early stages of going off. But if you look there, like as soon as you turn it over, you're straight into the nice stuff. So there's little or no waste on it. The only place there's a little bit of waste on the silage itself is seems to be in this left hand corner. It was sealed, but there's a little bit of air was getting in, and obviously was putting it off. So you can see it there just in that corner. So I'll just have to scrape it off. You can see there's very little bad overall on the pit, and we're halfway through this pit here already. So you couldn't ask for more than that. But yeah, that's really all I'm videoing for today. A little bit of a shear grab maintenance and a cutting out video. Yeah, so hope you enjoyed that. So until tomorrow, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.